something like that right there.
You can see what?
I can see you dancing like that.
Is that you?
Yeah, in New Orleans 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
That's awesome, dude.
So we need to get that all up in the presentation.
And when you know your why, you have a good time in New Orleans.
I guess so.
Wow.
Picture.
Life is good. Life is bliss.
Who took the picture?
Professional photographer at a wedding I MC.
Okay, all right, so so you've got this right here for you to take notes. Is there any word, anything, I don't like this color or that picture, circle a note, put it to Leonard, and then we're going to give this to Leonard. He'll be in a different room making.
Yeah, I'm still going.
You're still going.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we're just put it away. Okay, so now you've got that and this to follow along, so now you can kind of feel how the flow is.
Okay.
And so what I'll kind of do is kind of walk through it. I'll skip some things, but I just want to kind of feel out how it feels. So I'm going to record this too, so that you can kind of watch me doing this.
Jackie.
Tell her not to call me during work hours. Okay. All right, here we go. So again, this will be your introduction. So do you want to kind of play your intro video real quick, just so we can kind of get a feel? So friends, my name's Dave. I'm the CEO, and today we brought in somebody really special, and his name is Ridgley. And he's somebody who's going to share with us today about how to get clear, to get inspired, to get more engagement, and get everybody on our team rowing the boat the same direction. How many of you would love to get your whole team inspired to be able to do more? Awesome. Well, I'm going to play Ridgley in a moment, and a video is going to be played up here. It's going to bring him up on a stage. When he does, I want all of us to give him a standing ovation. So let's go ahead. Back there, go ahead and play it real quick. Let's see. Okay.
Who here would just rather genuinely express your authentic self, who you are, and connect with people who believe what you believe? Yeah, it's so much easier.
Saw people's eyes light up. I saw a shift in their brain. I saw that they're starting to engage.
It's scary.
So maybe right in there you could put like testimonials, like of the CEOs.
Where would you put it?
Just have them right there. That, and then a couple of testimonials can be spliced in there.
They're starting to engage.
You have to redo the voice, the music track, right?
I have no idea. You have to ask your video guy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's scary. It's a little crazy, isn't it?
And this is the clips if you want TV, maybe your book come flying in.
Right, that's okay.
Oh, there's a book. What, you get all 6
If you
books?
only motivate, then what happens if you motivate a bunch of fools? What do you got? A bunch of motivated fools. It's also not enough to educate the crowd, because if you don't motivate the people and you educate them, then you got a bunch of smart people who want to do nothing. So I'm a big believer in inspirational speaking in such a way that we give specific deliverables. These are things you can walk away with, along with the ultimate. Ladies and gentlemen, Ridgley Goldsberg.
Okay.
All right, let's give him a round. Thank you very much. Well, I'm excited and honored to be here with you today. And today I came here to do something really important. I came here to serve. In fact, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Is it okay if we have some fun today? Well, awesome. So what you're about to discover is you're about to discover your why. And you're also about to discover what causes you to make special, unique. You're about to discover your why and unleash and inspire your organization that will catapultly put you toward hitting your goals and dreams. You know, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be able to have a world-class organization where everybody in the boat is going in the same direction. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to truly know what your purpose and what your wiring inside of you is all about? Have you ever wondered why most people live an ordinary life and very few people live an extraordinary life? Well, let me ask you a couple questions. You know, how many of you today would want me to share with you of how to get everybody to row in the same directions in your organization? Awesome, thank you. And by a show of hands, how many of you today would want me to share with you how to figure out to build an organization kind of like what Apple has done or Bank of America has done? Awesome. Thank you very much. And how many of you would want me to share with you? So, of course, the yes statements, you'll mirror match the crowd. How many of you today would want me to share with you? And how many of you want to get the most out of our time together? Well, great. I want that for all of us here today. So here's what you're about to discover. What I'm going to teach you and share with you today in a moment is I'm going to share with you the same strategy that Apple, Harley-Davidson, Southwest used to collaborate and destroy their competition. In a moment, I'm going to share with you of how you can use the same strategies in your enterprise. Today, we're going to talk about the fastest way to build a culture based on cause that everybody gets behind you. How many of you, when you have a vision, to getting one hand to talk the other hand just seems like it just takes forever? How many of you are experiencing that? Well, today we're going to talk a little bit more about that and why this is absolutely crucial for survival in the changing economy going forward. In fact, I promise you two things today. My promise is this. What was our promise?
It's not in here.
No, he doesn't have. We took the words out. You're just gonna have to.
I gotta learn them.
But they'll be here on your screen.
Right.
They won't be up there. You've got to present them. So my promise is this. By the end of our presentation, you're going to know more about how to inspire and build a cause-based culture in your organization. And probably 99% of most CEOs in this country today. In fact, I'm going to share with you why it's imperative. So what is corporate culture? Well, ideally, what the ideal of corporate culture is a lot of different things. And for me, it's getting everybody behind a cause to get everybody going in the same direction. And in fact, what we're going to talk about today is how to get more engagement, more productivity. In fact, how many of you feel like your team is just walking through life dead half the time? Well, what we're going to share with you is how to get everybody inspired. Does everybody know what inspired means? It means in spirit. And that means when you connect to somebody and their why, they become inspired and they're going to want to create more. So what is the why? So why? Well, why is this. You take the little thing out and you're going to draw the brain here. Talk about the thing that here. So let's break this down. You're going to have a whiteboard up there, right?
I can, yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely have a whiteboard. So let's talk a little bit about what is the why. The why is this. Let's start with our brain. Our brain works like this. It does this. It has this, that, and the other. And when we get down to the core why of how somebody results, we can connect with them in such a meaningful, more way. This is why Apple has built one of the biggest corporations in the country. They don't get up there and sell people about how much RAM or the features or their exports or that their equipment looks different. No. Steve Jobs went after the core why. And that's how he built that amazing organization. So everything starts with your why. And what I mean by this is we've got to build our company around our why. And I'm going to share with you in a moment a couple. Where did we say we're going to play that one video?
Right after who I am and why you should listen to me. When we started into the story. How I got started, I tell my crash and then we play the video.
Didn't we have a video up here? No. Why? No. Our first video. The video here.
Oh.
Yep, coming. Who am I? Watch you listen to me. Where we're gonna play.
I'm just going to show the book. And I was going to give it away. I'm going to give you one of these.
Okay. So, why everything starts with your why. When in fact, I'm going to share with you a couple stories throughout our things of why it's important. Why? Well, because the biggest thing is You're going to be able to, your salespeople are going to convert more. Why? You're going to build a culture that's built around this. You're going to be able to get top-end clients. You're going to be able to get better people on your team. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, my name's Ridgely. I'm the author of The Why Formula, the creator of this. I've got 12 best-selling books. I've been seen on all major networks. I'm a serial entrepreneur, internet marketing expert, international speaker. But let me quickly share my story with you of how, in fact, let me share my story with you, because what I found to be true is this, is that smart, successful people learn from their mistakes. How many of you agree with that comment? Well, you know what smarter people do? They learn from other people's mistakes. Is it okay with you if I share some of you my failures? Awesome. So let me tell you my story, how it all began. In fact, it started about 10 years ago. You know, I had a passion for helping people, and I had a passion about making the world a better place. And that was my why. And in fact, we had a great business. I was actually speaking all around the country, and I was speaking majority in this country, speaking a different language, and building a beautiful business. And then one day, it just all went away. 2008 hit, the market went from here, it switched. I completely didn't know what I was going to do. And I'll never forget that moment as I'm talking to my wife, and I'm saying to her, she's saying, what are we going to do? You know, we don't have any gigs anymore. What are we going to do? And I remember sitting here talking to her and said, everything's going to be okay. But deep down in my gut, I wasn't sure how we were going to pay the employees and staff. I wasn't really sure. I didn't even know. And then I started to look at this, and that's when I discovered the why. And I found out about why-based marketing. I asked a question, what made certain companies extraordinary, why most of them, in fact 99% of them, went out of business? What was the difference? And that's when I really found out about the why-based marketing. And because of this, I put this into my life. My business is growing. I'm traveling around the country. Life is great. And I gotta tell you, working with these businesses now. So in fact, let's take a quick look at what video we're gonna play next.
The Steve Jobs, Think Differently.
Okay, let's go ahead and play this. In fact, let me tell you a little bit about, you know, one of my mentors, Steve Jobs. Let's play this video real quick. Is that him right there? That's okay.
Well, I got Monday. I think it's Monday. Hey, I noticed you put some information down about the Marketing Speaking World Summit. Wondering if you're going to be able to make it.
Obviously, we're going to make sure this is all done properly.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I saw the information. I said, man, she's out there in California. It's going to be cool for her.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
So what did you say here?
What we discussed this morning was saying, did you notice something about that video? There was nothing about pixels
Okay.
or RAM or...
Yeah, okay. So did you notice something different about that video? You know what most companies do is they do what? They're always trying to present the what? The product, right? And they're always trying to present the features, right? Think about this. Imagine, this is a very complex thing, a computer with RAM and different components. Did they even mention that? No. What they did is during that video, is they're using why-based marketing. So, why-based marketing, da-da-da-da. So now there's a lot of challenges that I'm seeing a lot of companies facing right now. And a lot of these challenges are this. There's a lot of companies out there that are using old-based marketing. They're trying to sell the products. They're trying to, they don't have a sales organization. They don't have engagement. They're struggling. And so that's when today I came here and I really want to solve that problem with discovering your why. That's one of the most important things. In fact, just like I talked about here with this why, what I want to do is I want to kind of just show you how powerful this can be. In fact, do we have any volunteers? In fact, I got a free book. Here, I'm going to come up here and bring somebody to volunteer up. So let's real quickly come on up here and have a say. What's your name and what business are you? Great. By any chance, are you going to ask him for his mission or the mission of the company?
No, I'll ask him. So tell us what you do.
So tell us what you do. Okay. And you do what? You can write it on the board here. Or?
Mm-hmm.
So here's what you do. Now, so we talked about the why, the different part of the brain. So let me kind of just demonstrate how powerful this can be. So you're going to take them through the process, and then you're going to. I would compare this, and then ask them, which one do you think will connect with more people, inspire more people, get more influence on people? You think it was this message or whatever you're going to do. In fact, it's this message. So imagine this. What if this was your company and people connect at a deeper level with Apple? In fact, when actually Apple launched their new iPad, there was fans waiting 48 and 30 hours to go buy their equipment. Imagine that. Now, were they buying the features or were they buying the why, the culture? In fact, that's what we want to talk to you today about. In fact, here's what I want to do. And I want to break all of us up here in a moment, and I want us to kind of figure out our why. So, the bigger reason, the reason why I came here is because I really came here to serve, to help you really figure out your why. So, what I want you, so we should actually go from them doing the demonstration to you now going around doing the demonstration, right?
What do you mean, me going around doing that?
Well, you're going to break them up in groups, or you're going to do them all together right here. Take them through the process. Okay, so so after you proved it to them, now you got to sum out. So now here are the steps to building an amazing, inspired culture. How many of you would want me to share with you the 5 easy steps? Okay, everybody grab out a pen and paper. You're going to want to write these down. Step number 1 is you got to discover your why, which we kind of did right now. Step number 2 is discover why of your organization. What's the why of your organization?
The why. That sounds weird.
What?
Discover the why, right?
Discover the why of your organization.
Yeah, good sounds.
Step number 3, create your why messaging. Step number 4, infuse why into your culture. And step number 5, build an inspired organization. So step number 1. In fact, do you take them here through step number 1? So step number 1 is this. Or are you just going to recap? Just like we just did again.
Yeah, I'm just going to recap.
Okay, so step number 1, we just did. And most of you are kind of about 30-40% of the way, but I need to sit down with you one-on-one to really get you to make sure your why is really clear, because sometimes you do yourself. You need a coach or somebody to help you with that. In fact, let me tell you a quick little story.
It's actually Southwest Airlines who did this.
Okay, so discover your why. maybe we should put a testimonial of one that you worked with. Like the guy, the main guy, should be right here.
Yep, you can do that.
So let's go back. So step number one is this, that, and the other. Tell your story. You got to sell them on the fact of, yeah, you're close, but you're not close. In fact, when I worked with this gentleman here, one of these testimonials, let's play this guy right here.
See, now I'm kind of getting lost here. First step. Okay, testimonial copy here. So this would not be Southwest. We're going to talk about Todd Rupert.
Yep.
It's great.
It's great.
People came out of their shell, they communicated with one another, they got to appreciate one another, and they revolved and assembled around a common goal. That was fantastic. And what was neat for me to see was it's a young company and how all of these young people really aspired to be part of something for the long term. So I think it's going to not only improve them individually in their respective areas, improve the company, but they're going to want to stay with the company long term because of what you've done today. Don't think twice. Just
How many of you would want to build an organization where you got people staying in your organization and are inspired every single day? And in fact, I just checked up with this gentleman and his company, and the engagement's up. In fact, statistically, I asked him the question, how much do you think this is going to increase your bottom line? He said by about 20 to 30%, or decrease our expenses. Okay, so number two, discover the why of your organization. In fact, you're going to go through the why process that we just went through. The why of the founder of the organization, and you're going to express it clearly, because one of the things I'm here to share with you is that when you get the person in the organization clear with all the employees and everybody's in the same team like you just took us through, it's going to be really empowering. In fact, let me tell you, let's go ahead and watch this video.
In this case, the next one's going to be Southwest.
Southwest. So let's take a look at how Southwest has discovered their why. So let's go ahead and play that video. The social proof. So during your presentation, you had to leave your PowerPoint to go to YouTube?
No, I didn't. And Hubert's emailing me the downloads. He's doing it now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So important so that at the end you say, and it's worth more than all other collections.
We're for those kinds of people, because we're that kind of airline. We're never finished, never satisfied, and we never stop looking for a better way. It's what's made Southwest like nobody else, and it's how we've grown into America's largest domestic airline. We are Southwest.
In fact, here is a great example of an airline company that could arguably not even be the best airline company out there, but imagine this, by putting this into their culture, into their practice, they own more share than all the airlines combined, and their company is worth 10 times more than any other airline because they put this into their culture and into their marketing experience. Can you see how this can really impact your business by doing this why-based marketing? Okay. Step number 3. You got to create your why message. One of the biggest things, the why message, make it a part of your internal materials, put it on your boards, put it everywhere. In fact, you know, one of the biggest things that a company in Florida that I work with, they actually put it in all their emails, in the letterhead, to let every person that is working with them, what are they about? And that they're trusted in company. And in fact, I talked to Dave, and his sales has been going up because now people know what his why is and what his company is, which is his company is about contribution, about giving back, and about speaking. And when people have that trust and know who he's about, his engagement and his ability to get more companies to take action has dramatically increased. In fact, breakthrough coaching. Which one's breakthrough coaching?
Breakthrough coaching, we're not going to do that one. We're going to do, at that point, we just want to put in another test.
Is there anybody you have that use why messaging? Actually, this is the video I think that you have for that.
Yeah, this is Greenspring.
This is going to be Greenspring. Yeah, let me give you an example of one of our clients. And in fact, what happens is that a lot of companies try to sell what they do. And in fact, I worked with this company here. I asked them what they did, and they knew really what they did. But then I asked them why they did it. They didn't know. In fact, it's a venture capitalist company here. They loan out millions and millions of dollars. And in fact, we changed their messaging, which I want to give you an example of now how they're marketing their message using it. So let's go ahead and play this real quick, and I want you to pay very close attention.
We believe that relationships are based upon trust. We believe in honest communication. We believe in a firm handshake. We believe in dreamers, creators, and innovators. We believe that the next best technology is right around the corner, and that technology innovation changes the world. We believe in each other. We believe in better mousetraps. We believe in exceeding expectations in everything we do. We believe that when you fall, you should get back up, dust yourself off, and turn setbacks into success. We believe that loyalty is created through honest communication and trusting relationships. We believe in the back of a napkin, the garage, and the dog. We believe that venture capital is the fountain of the future. We believe in winning together. Greenspring Associates. Trusted relationships, better outcomes.
So imagine this, you know, changing your branding and your marketing approach to truly go after the why, to have a culture, building a world-class organization. Step number 5. Step number 4, infuse the why into your culture. That's express what you believe. Make it real for them. Live it. Be there. You're going to see engagement going. You're seeing people know how to communicate at a higher level. People are going to get on the right team. In fact,
this would be Harley Davidson.
Culture, yeah. In fact, Harley Davidson has really infused their culture. Let's take a quick look at Harley Davidson. I bet some BMW's gonna have one too, right? Like this.
We believe in going our own way, no matter which way the rest of the world is going. We believe in bucking the system that's built to smash individuals like bugs on a windshield. Some of us believe in the man upstairs. All of us believe in sticking it to the man down here. We believe in the sky, and we don't believe
Does this
in the
sound
sun.
like that kind of devil worshipy? That's how they added that extra song? You
We
feel
believe in
that?
freedom.
Like
We
satanic?
believe in dust, tumbleweeds, buffalo, mountain ranges, and riding off into the sunset. We believe in saddlebags, and we believe that cowboys had it right. We believe in refusing to knuckle under to anyone. We believe in wearing black because it doesn't show any dirt or weakness. We believe the world is going soft, and we're not going along with it. We believe in motorcycle rallies that last a week. We believe in roadside attractions, gas station hot dogs, and finding out what's over the next hill. We believe in rumbling engines, pistons the size of garbage cans, fuel tanks designed in 1936, freight train-sized headlights, chrome and custom paint. We believe in flames in the stalls. We believe life is what you make it, and we make it one hell of a ride. We believe the machine you sit on can tell the world exactly where you stand. We don't care what everyone else believes. Amen.
Awesome. So imagine that into your culture, creating a fans. Imagine this. Individuals taking your brand, your company, and tattooing it on their body and getting that around the world. Just imagine how powerful when you place this into your marketing and into your culture. Step number 5 is create an inspired organization. And in fact, one of the things I just want to quickly demonstrate, let's just say you have 20 people in one department, and one of them is this, one of them is this. So I'm not sure if you like to show the different personalities. Imagine if the salesman knew exactly what the why of the accountant was, or if this person knew this and this person knew that. Think about the engagement. Think about the be able to communicate at such a high level that everybody on the team was inspired and got crystal clear with them. And in fact, let me tell you about this gentleman here. Did you help them create an inspired organization?
What's happened is Leonard has pulled some slides from the old presentation stuff.
Oh, okay.
So Sanchez Dental, what here we talked about putting in was Caldwell Banker.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't seem, like to me it seems really video heavy at the moment without some more breaking it up somehow, but okay.
Okay.
You want to see it?
Yep, let's watch it.
We believe. We believe in
They all start with we
all the
believe.
magical things that come with it.
What works, man?
We
It's the
believe in
living brain.
fronts made from sofa cushions and blankets, licking the frosting off the mixer, and hanging
Southwest Airlines maybe
masterpieces on the
does. Maybe we
refrigerator
need to switch
door.
the order around.
We believe in gardens and that the sun recharges your soul. We believe in sending your neighbors smoke signals and celebrating for no reason at all. We believe in Friday night sleepovers and Sunday morning sleep-ins. We believe in the man cave, the woman cave, and having a lock on the master bedroom door. Finally, we believe your home really is your castle, and that our calling in life is to find the one that's perfect for you.
That's the how.
Coldwell Banker, fulfilling dreams for over 100 years.
Okay.
I wonder if that should be switched around, because Southwest Airlines is not quite as we believe-ish. But they have a great culture and an inspired organization.
They won't catch it. Like you'll talk more in between the slides.
Okay.
Okay, so step number 5 is creating an inspired organization. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Certainly Southwest Airlines is better known as an inspired organization than Coldwell Banker is. You don't think?
Yeah, I think so too.
Coldwell Banker here. Okay.
So we play this, and so now, Sid, will you be our next success story? How many of you will commit to changing your culture, changing your marketing message to fit the why? How many of you are seriously considering doing this? Awesome. And in fact, at the end of my presentation, I'm going to give each and every one of you a gift. In fact, I'm actually going to give not only a gift to you, but to your spouse at the end of this presentation. So imagine this, picture this, you know, imagine having employment engagement up by 30 to 40%. Imagine, you know, marketing message that convert. Imagine creating a culture. Imagining more market share, more profitability in your business. What would that look like? So remember that slide, the benefits thing here? So imagine that. In fact, how do you say the benefits? And so here's the benefits of creating this in your culture.
When you know your why.
When you know your why. Here's what. Yeah. When you know your why. This thing will probably find it easier.
There it is.
So when you know your why, you will know.
You realize your uniqueness, you understand yourself and others, you gain clarity and confidence, you know how you fit, all those kinds of things.
All these kinds of things. And in fact, I came here to give you a gift. And in fact, how many of you would love to be able to implement this into your organizations? Well, I don't want to spend a lot of time. I want to thank everybody for being here. I got a couple things for. So let's not do this one. Let's do the chiropractor one. So, again, I'm talking about here's the benefits, da-da-da-da-da. So here's what you're going to receive in our product. You're going to get the why experience. This is a 1.5-day experience workshop where I'm going to take you and your organization through a process and a system to help each individual on your team discover their why. And then after we do that, then we're going to create the why in your organization. Just like Harley Davidson, just like Coldwell Banker and these other things. This 2-day experience, you're going to have me and my team come right into your office to implement that. In addition to that, we're also going to give you the Why Discovery Action Plan book. This is a book that during our time together, you're going to have a clear, precise book for each one of your employees that is in the workshop. In addition to that, before we come down, we're going to do a pre-conference alignment call strategy to learn more about your business. I'm not coming in to teach you anything, whatever you said. This is going to be about your culture, your business. We're going to take you through a process to get prepared. In addition to that, we're also going to have the Why Culture reports of findings with executive summary. At the end of this workshop, you're going to have a report and executive summary that you'll be able to give to your marketing, your PR department. You'll be able to give to them to be able to roll this out across the country. In addition to that, after we're done with it, we're going to give you a follow-up post-conference implementation call so that you will know exactly how to implement this in your organization to be able to maximize your ROI. In addition to that, you're also going to get the Why Formula ebook course. We've got an online ebook course, so that way all your employees will have access to it. In fact, your wife, your spouse, even your kids, imagine this, your kids would know their why before going into college to know exactly what career to go after. About some bonuses that we included at this special conference here today, which is the Why Formula book. Each one of you that take action will personally give you an autographed book of the Why book. Bonus number 2, the official company Why plaque. In fact, in your organization, when people come in, you're going to have this special plaque, so that way the whole culture and everybody knows your why. One more mega bonus. How many of you have a sales organization? How many of you would love to have your sales organization inspired? In fact, let me ask you this question. The average salesperson that makes strictly commission, what time do you think that person makes his first sales calls? Anybody have an idea? Statistically, a salesman makes his first call at 2:30 p.m. Imagine that. He comes to the office, he gets on the computer, goes over here, doesn't make his call because he's getting ready to go to lunch, goes to lunch, comes back from lunch. That's when he makes his first sales call. What if you could get him so inspired that he was able to produce more, to be able to share the message and the why with people? This right here, if you want to have a sales organization to double, triple your sales in the next 30 days or less, this one here is going to really help you to do all that. Oh, okay. So let me go over this again. So you're gonna get the Why experience, which we talked about. It's a 1.5 day program. You're gonna get the Action Combined book. You're gonna get the pre-conference alignment strategy call by me personally, the Why Culture Report summary, the post-conference call, the Why e-course, and some bonuses is the personal book, the official company plaque, and the sales growth blueprint. Let me ask you this question. If all this program did for your sales organization was help engagement to get everybody inspired so you created an amazing culture like Southwest, would it be worth the investment? Yes or yes? If all the system did was help increase your sales productivity, would it be worth this? Okay, so we still got lots of work to do. So let's focus, let's make sure we got the videos where they feel right. Okay, let's do that first so we can start with that. Is there anything that you feel that's, so let's do the videos, and then after that, is there anything from your other presentation that needs to be said that hasn't been said in this one?
I think there's a couple things I need to show you to see if you think these are appropriate. Here's
Okay.
one.
So Dr. Mike, what's the most powerful thing you got out of the Why workshop?
Obviously, we'll edit.
One of the most powerful things that I got out of the Why workshop that we did this past weekend was my understanding of how my why works and synergizes with my team's why. My partners, my friends, and how we can work together, knowing each of our personal whys and how that can make a bigger impact together.
And what was your biggest takeaway from the Why workshop?
The biggest takeaway was really a clear vision and understanding what my why is and how that is really going to serve my business in a bigger way. I thought I knew what it was, but through the workshop and through all the exercises, the interview process, and the discussion really helped clearly define that and how we're going to be able to use it to our advantage.
And what would you say to anybody considering taking the Why workshop?
And to me, it's a no-brainer. We took many months considering it. I saw it, play out in other people's businesses. I listened to your team as to how it could help our office and our personal business. But to me, I would say don't wait, dive in, dive all in, do it, and you're not going to regret it. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you, Dr. Mike.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So there's one other testimonial that we have.
So that one for sure you need to put for the chiropractors.
Yeah. Then there's a couple of other things that we discovered that are pretty, like, okay, here's an example of a radio spot. We have not, that's totally based on a why. I don't know if we need this or not. I don't think we do. Let me just, where's the other one? Oh, it's up here. This is, anybody that knows, that does any kind of studying, knows this video. This is Jim Collins, Good to Great. Now it's a longer video, that's why I kind of didn't want to put it in there. It's almost 5 minutes. But, well, I'll use it tomorrow with you guys.
It's the most fun you'll have. I'm going to be showing you a quick 4-minute video.
Okay. 4 minutes is good, that's all.
A right person for a key seat a priori shares the core values of the enterprise. People often ask, how do you get people to share core values? And the answer is you don't. You can't install new core values in people. Instead, what you do is you find people who already have a predisposition to sharing the values. You create a culture that so systematically reinforces those values. Number two, the right people understand that they don't have a job. They have responsibilities. And they can answer the question, I am the one person ultimately responsible for X or Y or Z. Now think about it as an air traffic controller, right? Doesn't have just a job, has a responsibility to keep the airplane safe. You think about a surgeon, doesn't just have a job to do cutting and sewing, but actually has a responsibility for the safety of the patient. And so when you think about this idea that the right people accept, I don't have a job, I have responsibilities. Number three, the right people do what they say they're going to do, period, full stop.
Yeah,
What
but
this
how
means
does
is
it
they're
support
very
your
careful
why?
What they say.
Because to find the right people, you've got to know their why. You can't find the right people. You don't know who the right people are unless you know why they do what they do.
Okay.
They are going to do. They don't just.
And you had this in
try
the
to
beginning of
fulfill
your other
commitments.
presentation.
They have
I had it
100%
strategically
hit
placed.
rate
You'll see it
of fulfilling
tomorrow.
a
It's just
commitment
one
or
of the
being
videos.
explicitly absolved from a commitment.
Okay.
But they never view it as, well, I tried, but I didn't succeed.
Jim Collins is just so huge in the
They
business.
therefore have a great discipline to never commit. to
So
what
can
they
you just
know
maybe
they
show
cannot
him in
achieve.
maybe just a small
Number
clip
four,
that says one thing and Jim
Right.
Collins says this, but you really can't do any of that unless you know their why.
Yeah, good. Then there's one other I want to show you. See if you see any space for this. It's here for sure. Come on, no, it's not in this one. I don't think it's in this one. It's in the other one. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. There's another one.
To me, marketing is about values. This is a very complicated world. It's a very noisy world. And we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is.
Ooh, this is pretty
And
powerful.
so we have to be really clear on what we want them to know about us. Our customers want to know who is Apple and what is it that we stand for. Where do we fit in this world? And what we're about isn't making boxes for people to get their jobs done, although we do that well. We do that better than almost anybody in some cases. But Apple's about something more than that. Apple at the core,
Maybe that's
its
the
core
community.
value
How we have like
is
the culture. Maybe this is
we
the one around
believe
like.
that people with passion can change the world for the better. That's what we believe.
It's pretty powerful.
Mhm.
Where can we put that in? I mean, that right there.
We can put it here.
Ooh. You're right. But that's kind of where we had the other Apple video. Do we play them back to back?
We could put it there, part of the
Okay.
crash. If we put it there, we're saying, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with myself. Trying to reinvent myself. I started doing some studies. I came across this. Take a look at this.
That's good.
And isn't it true for your organizations? You're not about creating boxes with stuff in them. You're about making a difference, making an impact, having a thing. But how do you figure that out?
I love it.
You have to know your why.
That's good. Okay, I like that.
So let me back in here.
Who's the guy that did the TED Talk on this why?
Simon Sinek.
He was heavy. He was really heavy video based. He only had like 12 minutes, right?
17.
17 minutes.
Yep, that's the max.
And how much video did he have?
It's all video.
I was gonna say,
I
I
had a
don't.
whiteboard, so I did.
Yeah, he only had like 3 points and then all videos.
Insert jobs on values, marketing and passion. Video. So I tie that in, say, and then my world crashed, collapsed. And I'm sitting around thinking, what do I do next? And I had to ask myself, I got to figure out something that is going to be a lot better, something that makes a bigger difference than walking around and motivating people, which is what I was doing.
Yeah.
I started studying and paying attention, trying to find a bigger game, something that we could make a bigger impact. Let me show you a little video from a guy who had a big impact on me.
You know where we could really put that? Why your topic?
Mm.
So why the why? That that kind of sells us on the fact of why your topic
Sure as hell does.
more than anything. So here's what I want to do. I want to have you go through this and let's record this with you kind of doing it with these videos now in this